But here I am. I'm going to have my 30th operation. First 29, piece of cake. They were all about me getting better. Get back on the court, keep chasing my dream. But this 30th one's tough, ankle fusion. Take a big electric saw, cut all the ends of the bones off in your foot and ankle. Take this big, massive, bleeding ball of bone, push it all together, put 2 big plates on either side, and go around and bolt it together with a power drill. I'm saying, oh my God, my life is over. I'm never going to be able to do anything. I'm never going to play again. Because basketball was perfect. You know, basketball is the perfect game. Unlike football, which is basically a halfway house between the army and prison, and then baseball, a bunch of out-of-shape guys standing around, scratching themselves, taking steroids, and waiting for the game of life to come to them. No, but basketball, who can play? Who can run? Who's in shape and who really wants this? And so here I am lying in this bed, March 15th, 1990, saying, oh my God, it's over. The game has been it's been my religion. The gym has been my church. And now I can't play at all anymore. And so all of a sudden, this lightning bolt flash of inspiration sears across the smoking crater that's my mind. And through the tears, it dawns on me right there, the sadness, the loss, the out-of-control nature of life just spiraling away with another health crisis. And it dawns on me that, hey, I'm 6'11", I got red hair, big nose, freckles, goofy, nerdy-looking face. I can't talk with this lifelong speech impediment, and I'm a deadhead, having been to now more than 859 Grateful Dead concerts. Television, the only career possibility for me to choose. And so they looked at me and they said, are you kidding, Walton? Get out of here. We're not putting you on TV. You're going to get up there and start stuttering and spitting all over everybody. You're going to start talking about Jerry Garcia and Bob Dylan and Neil Young. Get out of here. Don't ever come back. I couldn't get a job. Went back to what Coach wouldn't talk to us about, all those different steps, about the foundation, about the culture, about the sacrifice, and about the discipline. And that was the final tool, the persistence and the perseverance to get what you want. And so every time they said no, a huge problem in life is that when we think things are going wrong, we just figure that, okay, a couple of minor adjustments on the perimeter. No, that's when you got to come back to your core, as to who you are, what you stand for, what are you doing. So every time I'd take a step back and another step back and another step back, and they keep telling me no, and they keep saying no, and I got nothing. And now I'm at the back of the stage, and I'm going to fall off the cliff with nothing. And I finally got a job, my very first broadcasting job. It made no difference to me that it was a CBA game on the radio from Bakersfield, California, on Christmas Day for no pay, and the team in the entire league were folding the next day. But I was broadcasting, yeah. I was on my way. And then, like everybody else, and we don't know what those breaks are going to be. We don't know what that helping hand is until afterwards. I got a big break early on. I got to call a game with Dick Enberg. Dick Enberg, the greatest broadcaster of the day. Perfect, flawless, the most like John Wooden of any human being I've ever come across in my life. Dick Enberg could come in here totally unprepared, know nothing about John Preston estate planning, know nothing about anything. He could come in here and talk for 7 or 8 months on end and never make a mistake. Just absolutely flawless. And I'm calling this game with Dick, and I am just terrified, and it is a big game. I mean, I got this fantastic opportunity early on that somebody just said, here, let's give Walton the shot and see what he's got. So I'm out there with Dick, and we're before the game, and I am just sweating profusely. And I am so nervous, and I am so afraid. I'm just telling myself, what am I doing here? This is so wrong. I don't belong here. And I'm chewing my gum, and I'm writing everything down, and I'm memorizing my ad-libs, and doing all the kind of stuff, trying to get ready, rehearsing in my mind. And I look over at Dick as the producer starts his countdown, 10, 9. And Dick's having the time of his life. He's sitting in his stool. He's waving to all the pretty ladies in the crowd. He's signing some autographs for the children, having a drink of who knows what out there. He knows that red light in 7, 6. It's going to come on. He's just going to start talking about life and basketball for the next 2.5 hours. And he looks over at me as 5, 4. He says, Walton, you look terrible. What's wrong with you? I said, Dick, I don't belong here. This is so wrong. What am I doing? I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to start stuttering and spitting. I just can't do this. This is such a mistake. And he looks at me as the Producer is now counting down 3, 2, and he pats me on the leg and he says, Billy, don't worry about a thing. That red light's gonna come on in another 1 second. There's gonna be 35 million people hanging on every word you say. Thanks a lot, Dick. 18 years after that, when I was forced to stop because of my spine, I had been named one of the top 10 pundits in all of media. I had been named one of the top 20 sports business representatives around the globe, and I had been named one of the top 50 sportscasters of all time. So when somebody tells you no, don't listen to people who tell you no unless they have the power to tell you yes. And use that no, use that negativity, if that's what you really want, to just chase it down with the renewed vigor, because that's what I was able to do, and it was just absolutely fantastic.